Um, I'm, I'm a little tired, but it's because I'm doing shit I don't want to do. Like I said in that other video, like the things that ring in my head. I'm trying to be an optimist and I'm working on it. But growing up, like they put me down as an inbred. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is when you growing up in the hood, man. Learning shit when you young. People are inbred. People slavery. The concept of slavery. People having ghetto mindsets, dysfunctional behavior that might not, be as beneficial. But you know, life balances itself out. Like I said, for every person that may be born into richness or a more valuable quality of life, perhaps to where don't have they don't worry a lot and they have access to a lot of merchandise, things, items, whatever, that concept of being poor, that poor person may have things that can help you, you know, uh, that can help you, have things that can help you, that can help you, value the concept or the idea of being poor. Like I was saying, I value Geechee people for some reason. To me, they just look right with jewelry and everything. Everything just complements itself right. Like I feel like a lame when I'm around Geechee people for some reason because with their accent, their pig-legged tongue, and the way in which they speak. I mean, I'm a hillbilly black woman. Like I say, growing up, I grew up around people that spoke pig Latin, and me being a mental person, I guess perhaps people that were hillbillyish were I was more receptive of them on an intellectual level because of being rejected or because of being treated wrong by those people that seem a bit more cooler or whatever. Like I said, you are what what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? I gravitate toward love. By I didn't feel loved by men growing up. I felt like, somebody was teaching me there was a difference between me and them. There were a couple of people that had that ideology, and I'm like, in a nutshell, we all grew up basically getting abused. You know what I'm saying? I said there's perversion. There's people don't. Everybody don't have that perfect life to where they're being introduced to sex the right way. So some people go far and beyond. And this is where structure comes in. Age limits and stuff come in because there are people that do come from animalistic mentalities, and they have to condition themselves to stop doing things. I grew up craving dick and I took offense to it. I mean, there are men that are detoxing for me, but in a different sense. You know what I'm saying? I value manhood in a different sense. And that's why, I have to be careful around women that actually have pursued and have relationships with men because I am not a threat to that union. You know what I'm saying? If I was, then I got some strong game. But no, I ain't really nothing to look at like that. So a lot of them, were able to grow up and be men. I come from a demographic, unfortunately, where men were being encouraged to, pimp me and have this sort of mentality. So I'm kind of looking bad as a woman. So I guess, you know, being treated like a man is pretty much a reverse psychological detox for me. And I don't know how my life would have been if I wouldn't have had none of these experiences. So I don't know, but that's just how it happened. Like I said, I can't really value manhood the way a natural connection between a love connection between man and woman. So from an intellectual perspective, therefore, I just view myself as somebody that pretty much you know, if I get to hang around some pretty women, then I do, and if I don't, I don't. That's just how it works. They call them tricks, they call them simps. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't be no simp. I pretty much would just be one of those people that it just happened for me. And that's why I'm trying to get my vibe right, because a lot of times when your vibe ain't right, you don't attract happy people. And that's why, you got to be careful what you internalize. Like I said, there's a boy up at my job. He's mixed looking and shit. His heritage is a detox for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I was saying, growing up around a lot of perhaps mean-spirited old people. I mean, they weren't all mean until they start worshiping the Lord. Some people, I said, religion is something that was taught to me, and Christianity is not a detox for me just based off intellectualism. A lot of those old people were actually having genuine Holy Ghost and all that stuff, but Christianity is not a detox for me. That's why I said at this point I would have to get like some random girl from Costa Rica or some shit to show me how to be a damn Muslim, and not just, be in a relationship with her, but just on some intellectual type shit, just learning shit. So that's why education and value is being something that most people should value, because it takes your mind off things. And that's pretty much why I'm moving slow. Stress makes you move slow. I'm like my mom, moving faster than me. But that's why some people's lives are different. There are some that move slow, there are some that move fast. Everybody ain't gonna experience the same level of stress. And if people respect you, they do, and if they don't, they don't. So with all that being said, I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, but I don't really care about it anymore. There's so many places that I need to be going, and that's what I was thinking about the long run. I want to do something like fly a plane or something. It's an experience, and that's what's so cool. Like, you can go on a road trip, you can fly a plane, and they both be two different experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can ride a bike or a bus. It's always a way to get somewhere. So, yeah, forgive and forget. Thank God, I could be locked up somewhere, but in essence, no matter how many people there are down in that system, there are those that are, everybody is going to get theirs. You know what I'm saying? There are people that deserve, and there are people that don't deserve. And at the end of the day, whether you locked up or not and get punished for something or not, people, if you, I guess, believe in the concept of karma, it'll happen to you. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. And one day we're all going to die, so no matter how good or bad we were, that's going to be the effect. Now, the thing about it is, the fate of life, depending on the level of stress you have, you can die at peace or not. So, with all that being said, my hair's growing out. The longer it gets, the more powerful I'll feel, because that's what I'm putting out in the air. That's what I'm believing. When I see Rastafarians and when I see people with long locks, it takes a lot of wisdom, and it takes a lot of concentration to grow them, especially when you have stress. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really am just thankful for everything I've been through, because at the end of the day, I will have a story to tell, and there might be somebody that'll listen to my doc ass. Shundo. But yeah, I said I was gonna run to work today, and I need to slow down on the meat, and it's summertime, so I'm gonna try not to eat meat this month. Let's try again. But that shit ain't cool. I was watching Kevin Gates' video. He said Jesus talked to themselves, and that shit was a detox for me because, in essence, ain't nothing wrong with me. And I said I'm a mental person, and there are people who's ringing in my head that I've had close encounters with, face to face and stuff. And I said kissing is a connection, sex is a connection, and if somebody has detoxing energy, it's good for you. There are some people that's detoxing, there are some people that's not. So, yeah, that's what I said, being a sensitive nature person, that's why I'm up there always scrubbing on that damn mop box, because I'm like, it's a mild and moldy smell. You can't just, food, after it ages, it can turn into something else, and I'm like, that smell going up my nose is something that I smell when I get home and I have to detox and sage and shit. And it's not about, it's something that I care about because I grew up and I was taught to like, cleaning is one of the most beautifulest jobs in the world, because in essence that can be somebody's detox. When somebody is having a stressful day, that clean toilet will mean the world to you. And that clean sink or those clean dishes. And that's why I'm like, I'm not all that, but I'm trying to like show some form of discipline. I've been being lazy, but I'm about to start picking these legs up and jogging, because moving your whole body helps you exert a different level of energy. I've been acting like an old lady, thinking about my grandma and all them and blaming them. And I'm like, no, I just gotta pick these legs up and walk. You ever seen like people that play football or in the military, when they you don't have to go fast even to get from one point. You start off slow. You lift your legs up because you gotta get that rhythm. You gotta get the rhythm before you go full throttle. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Get the rhythm first. You don't just start off sprinting and running full throttle. You got to start off slow, especially if you got a lot of body fat and shit, and you don't do that shit. Like I said, life is a game of Grand Theft Auto. I'm sitting here playing Mortal Kombat and all that, and a lot of that, this is not real life. It's a controller. You got to have good hand coordination, hand-eye coordination. You know what I'm saying? You have to practice, because this is a game, and the faster you click the buttons, the faster you'll move. And that's just how life works in real life. The more you jog and run, the more stamina you'll develop, the more faster your reflexes will move. You could tell when somebody moving slow that they ain't working out at all. They're not. That's what people mean by in shape. People think, people will say, well, you small, so you pretty much in shape. No, in shape mean you moving that damn body, because you can be like my granddaddy, a damn small ass nigga, but you drunk. If you do something like that, I always do. That's why I walk everywhere I go. It gives you a sense of mental security when you're doing something like drinking or over drinking, whatever you're doing. So now it's time for me to walk. And this is why, life is beautiful. Because like I said, everything balances itself out. You know what I'm saying? Outside life, nature is a healer. Being outside is something I want to do all the time, but you have to be courteous. Common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? I can't just, I could just be macho and goddamn every time before I go to work, drive for about 2 hours and then show up in there sweating. But I ain't gonna do it like that. See, that's why I said I value manhood, and I was jealous of it, because half these men were growing up encouraged to, they had problems probably, encouraged to play football and all that shit, and I was just a girl, a squirrel in their world. That's how I felt. Basketball was a mental game for me. So at the end of the day, me belittling myself is something, that is a tactic, a form of developing courage. That's what my basketball coaches and shit was doing, because I'm like, you gotta understand, there are people that actually study, the formats of people's rhythm and their plays, and it makes it better. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Accomplishment helps people get is what people need. For pessimists, I can't be this super guy or this super girl. I can only be an optimist as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? I can sit here and tell you that, all this negative shit, but in essence, people just need to be positive. So, yeah. 5 guys, maybe a detox from growing up eating checkers, but I'm still loyal though. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can't say I didn't put my work ethic in, cause at the end of the day, I don't care what meat you eat. If you got them put your mind to it, you gonna build some damn muscle. You got to do that shit though. So at the end of the day, shit, I'm gonna get up off my ass and start running, start stretching and shit. Cause like I said, man, it's all about your mind. A lot of people, you go to sleep, people get bed sores cause they lazy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stretch. You gotta stretch your body, move your body. That's how you gonna heal. I got bumped on my leg. You can't be lazy. But I've been being lazy for the last couple of years simply because I can. So, I'm saying I'm a very thoughtful person. I've seen people lose their swag. I've seen people gain their swag, and it's just toxic. It's just funny, like, on God, it's ridiculous. Life is just funny. Like I said, just random things that I'm thinking about. Like I said, I appreciate Geechee people 100%, and I feel as though, they have been truly an inspiration for a detox from my mind. As far as I listen to a lot of their music when I'm working out and shit, and it just really gets me through. You know what I'm saying? Just even, put a negative connotation on human trafficking, women selling themselves. It's a lot of beautiful music that come out of there. A lot of, you can study people. People that's in the law and shit. Study the mindset. It may be a small identity to them as intellects, but this is something that's everyday life for people. You know what I'm saying? I would, you know what I'm saying? That's why I really was like, man, if I would have been born a boy, like, this is the cool thing about bisexual people and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gender fluid, you know what I'm saying, and shit, and you like, you know what I'm saying? You can do the same thing the boys do. The boys can do the same thing the girls do. You gotta be careful though, cause motherfuckers commit crimes like that. But the shit is just funny though, like, shit just funny, man. Ain't nothing like you could drive to a beach and, you know what I'm saying, pay a beautiful woman to spend time with you or not. However, it just depends on the level of beauty. That's why one reason why I was jealous of attractive men. Cause I'm like, I don't care how much I get in shape and shit, I still will never really be like a man. And I'm like, there are some beautiful men that actually take care of themselves and they attract women naturally. And I'm like, it'd be beautiful women. You can record the experience. You can pull up to a beach with some TVs in your car and just shoot a video, and everything is just, fine, like hunky dory. Like, that's the beautiful thing about life. You can capture the moments. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get my happy ass up and go to work. What time is it? 2:42. At bat. I don't gotta be to work to 6. 5 something. I should go outside. When I'm laying down, you have to preserve energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do.